Well, any time now, a jet will be coming along, and train horns, who knows? Certainly a hot rod or something. Man, yeah. I turned 18 a few weeks after high school, and I was also going to college about 2 weeks out of high school. Mainly because I was new here and wanted to I knew I had to, get started with my one-on-ones, which is what I advise any high school graduate to do. Because they all say, well, I don't know what I want to do. But it doesn't matter. You need your one-on-ones, no matter what you're going to end up with or not. And I signed up for a video dating service. It was just getting started. The guy had just opened up his shop. He had an office and a video camera in a room, I sat down and talked on it for about 5 minutes. Never checked back. I never heard, Oh, I think I came back to, I don't know, I don't think I renewed. It's like, but at the time, I just, you never know. And I actually set up a computer date with my Commodore 64K computer. This is before, there was, internet as old as I am, so is email. But at the time, it was just BBSs, where computers would call into a central computer and just basically leave messages back and forth or files or whatever. Called bulletin board system. And so I met a young lady on there, although back then there was no pictures or anything, not that that mattered. And I wanted to meet her, so she said, Sherry's only. I'd never been to Sherry's. So I went in the night before just to check it out. And had dinner with her, and I'm sure she knew half the people in that place, just as I would over the years. I've been there 100 times, over 20 years following that. And didn't matter to me. We had a nice dinner, and she said she was going off to college. So, I didn't even have her phone number or anything. But, it was nice. And that was it. And I'd go into Sherry's to study or pretend to study. Over the years of going there, Corey and I, we both had the same glasses. Well, at first he was a math tutor, and I invited him over to a party, and so we started hanging out there, and then after a while, we both had the same classes, at least some of them, chemistry and calculus. So we'd pretend to study on Thursday nights because we had a chem test every Monday. And we'd flunk it, of course, and take it home and then retake it the next Monday. Or a different version of it. So we were always on the retake, both of us. And class averages of 30% weren't unusual on the first take. But actually, we used to go in Sunday nights. And then we started going in Thursday nights, and our grades went up. Imagine that. Our chemistry grades went up. And he can imitate all of our math teachers. He did his imitations. Dr. Les. Oh, there's no such thing as .9, you get a 0.0. As I learned in his office. I was going to retake pre-calc too, but I wanted a .9 for my GPA for the score, but no go. And he'd say, well, you guys are going to all end up in motel management or something. And none of them could explain how we use this math, but that's calculus is 300 years old. We had Mr. Meyer. I had him for Calc 1 and Calc, I don't know, one other class I had him for. And Mr. Selvig for Calc 3, and Mr. Crawford for Calc 4, which I retook, of course. And he'd sit there 1 week before the final and tell fishing stories. He couldn't even do his own homework. We'd ask him, and he'd hem and haw and scribble on the board and scratch his head. We're like, come on. We're not asking you to know problem number 37 in the back of the book. We're asking about problem 13 that you assigned us. And I even went into his office a few times. He'd fire up the computer, scratch his head. And there was no other. I mean, you can't go to a tutor for Calculus 4. I mean, I did, but they'd look at the stuff, but they couldn't put it on their brag sheets. Corey, he'd put Algebra 101 on his brag sheet because he didn't want to be liable for anything higher than that. He'd look at stuff, but he didn't put it on his brag sheet. I guess some of the others did, but put higher, I don't know what they put. It didn't really matter. I used to just live in the math tutor center. Just do my homework in there because I knew I'd get stuck. So I'd be right there. Hey. And if I didn't, then no problem. But that never happened, so. Well. Get the bird, you dingbat. Barking at the bird. Yeah.